Started in just a minute. We're going to see if there's anybody else who comes in from the waiting room, but we're thrilled that you are with us tonight, and we'll get started in just a minute. Okay, well, we will go ahead and get started, and then if anybody else joins us, they will pop on in and join our room. I want to welcome everybody tonight. My name is Sheila Gold. I'm the Executive Director of Recruitment and Admissions. That is me right in the middle of the screen. A couple people who I always like to introduce everybody to are Dean Surrey Deitch, who is the Dean of the School of Professional Advancement. Hope Anderson, some of you all may have been in contact with, is our admissions counselor. She helps with your transcripts and reading your files and moving you all through to being admitted. And then behind the scenes tonight, we are joined by my colleague, Ann Conlin, who is running the slides and making the magic happen. So that's the admissions team at the School of Professional Advancement. And we certainly hope to get to know all of you over the coming weeks. A little bit about the School of Professional Advancement. We call it SoPA for short, so you'll hear me call it SoPA throughout the presentation. Tulane University is made up of 10 schools, one of which is the School of Professional Advancement. So the university itself is made up of 10 smaller schools, and we are one of those. We are actually the third school to be added to the university. We've been around for about 130 years, and we have a tradition of teaching adult learners and non-traditional students. And when I say non-traditional, I mean that is any other student who is pursuing an undergraduate degree that is other than a right out of high school 18-year-old. So if you have been out of high school for a little while and you're thinking of coming back to school, or maybe you went to college, stopped, and are coming back, or you went to college at 18 and you need another degree or another certificate to help grow your career, those are all the types of students that we serve at the School of Professional Advancement. And we have been doing that at Tulane University, like I said, for about 130 years. So for those of you who have not seen us on campus, we are located in the Richardson building. That is a picture of the building on the top right of your screen. We occupy the entire second floor. That's where our administrative offices are, and our advising offices, some of them. The Where You Belong is a mural of a big waiting area that we have where students often come and plop down in between classes. Maybe they'll just meet and wait for an advisor. Maybe they'll just do some homework or grab a cup of coffee. But that is where you can find our offices. A couple other pictures of the Uptown campus, the beautiful St. Charles streetcar line, which runs right in front of the entire Tulane University campus, and what we call the bead tree. So if you've never been on the Uptown campus, there is a structure on the campus that students throw their beads after going to Mardi Gras parades, and they stay up there all year. So it's a beautiful installation that our students contribute to every year. So just a little bit about where we are on campus. Visuals always help. So, we're talking tonight about applying to the School of Professional Advancement, but of course, the entire point is for you to graduate from the School of Professional Advancement. So we like to show folks what your future looks like. This is what your transcript will look like. It will say Tulane University, School of Professional Advancement, and then your name. Right now, the name is Riptide Pelican, which is the name of our school mascot, but that will be replaced by your name when you graduate. We always like to remind our future students that at SoPA, they are Tulane programs, Tulane faculty, and you receive a Tulane degree. We're going to cover a few things in this webinar. We're going to talk about our programs and our faculty, what your experience will be like as a learner, the support that we offer you to make sure that you successfully graduate, and then a little bit about our application process and some helpful ways that we hope that we can offer you to help afford your Tulane education. So a little bit about our faculty. One of the ways that the School of Professional Advancement is different from other parts of the university, those other 10 schools, is that our faculty are all what we call professors of practice. That means that all of our faculty actually do what they teach. They're professionals in the field in which they teach. So they're not just full-time faculty teachers. They actually do what they're teaching you. So Patricia Betancourt, for example, teaches in our general legal studies program, and she's a litigation expert. She is an actual attorney who also teaches in our general legal studies program. So you're learning from an attorney. Bo Boudreau is one of our writing teachers, and he's a published poet. Tyra Mitchell is our assistant director of our kinesiology program. She has her doctorate in physical therapy, and she is the former chief physical therapist at Ochsner, which is our big hospital system here in Louisiana. And Ralph Russo is the program director of our cyber and IT programs. He's a former New York police officer, and he actually helped the NYPD put together their cyber intelligence unit after 9/11. So all of our professors, these are just an example, our professors do what they teach. They don't just sort of research it, but they actually do it. So you get to learn from real world practitioners. Another better example of this is Amanda Fennell teaches in our cyber and IT program, and she has a really great quote, so I always like to share it. As a cybersecurity leader, I feel it's vital to prepare our professionals, that would be you, through practical experience, which is why I incorporate my day job into my classes at night. So she does during the day, and then she brings all of that professionalism and knowledge into the classroom and gives it to you all. So that's the best way to explain how our professors are different from other professors. So the programs that we offer at the undergraduate level at SoPA are in front of you. We offer bachelor's degrees. We also offer professional certificates. Those are in blue. And then we also offer post-baccalaureate certificates, and those are in light green. So our bachelor's degrees, well, let me say the big bold green letters are the different programs that we offer. So business and leadership, general legal studies, kinesiology, media and design, humanities and social sciences, information technology, which is IT, and emergency and security. Within each of those, we offer bachelor's degrees, which are the degrees in black, and then professional certificates in blue. So for those of you who are interested in maybe not going back for a full degree, but you just want to get a few classes in a very specific area, that's where a professional certificate might be interesting to you. So for instance, if you're not interested in going back and getting a full bachelor's degree in business, but you are interested in some classes in accounting, you can get an accounting fundamentals certificate. And that is 4 or 5 classes that are just focused in accounting. For those of you who are interested in paralegal studies or graphic design or interactive design, those are what are called post-baccalaureate certificates. Those are a little bit different. Those are not a bachelor's degree, but you are required to have a bachelor's degree in order to get admitted to those programs. So if you're interested in the 3 certificates that are in the light green, you must already have a bachelor's degree in order to get admitted to those programs. So a little bit about the learning experience at SoPA. So we actually really work with our faculty and our students to create a very interactive, engaging, and relevant experience for our students. Many of our students take both on ground and online classes. They take a hybrid approach that ends up fitting into their schedules as adult learners. So oftentimes our students have all sorts of other requirements and obligations in their life. They might be working full time. They might be taking care of either children or older family members. They might have other obligations, such as having, things that they do in the community. And so they don't necessarily have the traditional schedule to drive to campus and sit in classes during the workday. So they will take a combination of hybrid classes. They might be one during the day, maybe one in the evening. Maybe they'll take both classes in the evening. One might be in the afternoon. We try to make it tailor-made so that it will fit into your schedule. We also, in our online classes, try to create a very different experience than you may have had in other online classes. Our classes are not like pre-recorded and you just sort of like watch a video and put up a discussion post. There may be a little bit of that, but our classes are designed by what are called instructional designers. We employ at SoPA an entire staff of instructional designers, and these are faculty members. They're all educators that have their master's degree in education, but there's specific areas called instructional design, and they take traditional curriculum that would be taught in a classroom and they translate that to an online experience. And that generally translates to our students having a very different interactive, sort of engaging experience with the curriculum. Oftentimes our students will have small work groups. They will have classes like this with their faculty members, where maybe once a week or once a month they have to Zoom into a class. They'll have group work with a smaller group of students. You have the opportunity to meet your classmates, meet your faculty members. You also might have some interactive simulations in the metaverse. We have some faculty members that have created some simulations where your lesson for the week is to create an avatar of yourself and go into a simulation and solve a real world problem, and then produce the answer as your homework or your assignment. These are very different experiences that than I think that you had. We also have several faculty members that will record podcasts so that students can listen to a lesson. So this is a picture of a lady on the streetcar listening to her podcast lesson, so that you can listen to 15 minutes of a lesson while you're driving to work, another 15 minutes of the same lesson while you're doing laundry, another 15 minutes of a lesson while you're cooking dinner, so that way it's not sitting down, reading a book, and then answering, papers or discussion boards. We try to get students to engage in the curriculum in very different ways. And our students report that they really enjoy the way that our faculty have set up the classes and that they engage in activities. So one of the things that I really like to let prospective students know is that we are very dedicated to having our students be successful when they're at SoPA. So we're not just interested in having you be admitted to the school. We want you to graduate. We want you to get that diploma that I showed you at the beginning of this webinar. So you will have a series of different advisors. You will have an academic advisor, and you will also have a faculty advisor. Your academic advisor can help you with things like what classes should I take, how many classes a semester should I take, in what order should I take the classes, that sort of thing. Your faculty advisor is there to really help you figure out, as you're moving through your major, what part of the major are you enjoying, how that can help translate to the workforce. What do you think they think that you could do when you graduate, help maybe connect you to people that they know in the workforce that might help answer questions for you and help grow your career. We also have our own career advisor that is just for SoPA students. We do not share our career advisor with any other part of the university. She is here to help our students learn about job opportunities, help them with their resume, put their LinkedIn page together, help them with a mock interview. If you have a job that you sort of want to like talk to them about and how you should approach it and how you should, schedule your interview, she can help you with all of that. Next slide. Okay, so we also consider ourselves a transfer-friendly school. So what that means is if you have taken credits at another university, but have not received your bachelor's degree and you plan to transfer those credits to Tulane, we will work with you to try and transfer as many of those credits as possible. We also will, when you transfer your credits, those are classes that you don't have to take at Tulane. So that is a way to save money. Also, any student who transfers credits to Tulane will receive a $1,500 transfer scholarship. So that is money that will automatically help you lighten the financial load. And then we also offer students an early registration scholarship. So if you apply and then register by certain early dates, and we'll go over those at the end of the webinar, you can receive $200 off your first semester of tuition. So it's just an easy way, to save a little bit of money, just by registering by an early date. Okay, so another way that students can save a little bit of time and money towards graduation is we have a program called Credit for Prior Learning. And essentially what this means is if you are, so let's say you're interested in our general legal studies program, but you've been working in a law firm for 8 years, you've never really gone back to get your bachelor's degree in legal studies, but you have a lot of the knowledge because you've been working in that industry. There may be a few classes that you need to take during your bachelor's degree that you already know the information. If that is true, you can go to your advisor and you can say, look, I don't think I should have to take this class because I used to do legal writing for 8 years and I don't think I need to take a class on legal writing. And they'll say, okay, and they'll work with you to do a few things to demonstrate that you know all the knowledge objectives that are in the syllabus for that class. And if you can demonstrate that you already know everything, then you can get credit for that class. At the undergraduate level, you could do that for up to 24 credits, which is the equivalent of 8 classes. And if you get all 8 classes, then that's a savings of almost $15,000. So keep in mind, if there's ever a class or 2 or 3 that you feel like you already know the information, we are more than happy to work with you to make it so that you don't have to take those classes. So that's a way to save time and money towards graduation. All right, so a little bit about affordability. So Tulane School of Professional Advancement is actually priced less than traditional Tulane University Newcomb Tulane, which is our traditional right out of high school 18-year-old student. And the reason that we do that is because our students, we know are working adults. We like to provide access to the university through the School of Professional Advancement. And also our students tend to go to school maybe taking 1 class or 2 classes a semester as opposed to that traditional like on campus live in a dorm 4-year experience. So our classes are priced per credit hour. They are $623 per credit hour and every class is 3 credit hours. We do offer several different ways to help students afford their tuition, even though it's less than the other parts of the university. We still know that it's a commitment. And so we do tell all students to fill out the FAFSA form, which is the federal form for financial aid. Fill that out early. Do not wait until after you're admitted. Fill that out while you are filling out your application to the university. That will help you see if you're eligible for grants or loans. We do offer things like our $1,500 transfer credit policy, transfer credit scholarship, the $200 early enrollment scholarship. If anybody here is a member of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, we do offer a GAP scholarship, a $3,000 GAP scholarship to PTK students. We also offer several 20% tuition discounts to certain groups of students. If you are active duty or a veteran, you can receive a 20% discount. If you're an alumni of Tulane, if you already have a degree from us, if you have received a degree from a minority serving institution or an HBCU, we offer a 20% discount. If you are retired safety personnel, police officer, EMT, firefighter, we offer a discount. Like I said, PTK members get a 20% discount. If you are a current Orleans Parish teacher, we offer a 20% discount. If you're a public employee of the city of New Orleans, or if you are over 60 years old. So if you fall in any of those categories, you will receive a 20% tuition discount. Next slide, please. Okay, so a little bit about our application process. Our application is an electronic application. It lives on our website, sopa.tulane.edu. If you go to our website, you'll see a big button at the top that says apply. Click that button, open it up. It will ask you if you're applying as an undergraduate or graduate. You will pick undergraduate, and then you need to fill out the application. Our application is not complicated, although questions do come up from time to time. Please reach out if you have any questions. We'd love to hear from our students. But essentially what you will need is you will need to upload a current government ID. For most people, that's taking your phone and taking a picture of your driver's license or your passport, uploading that image. We will need transcripts from any school from which you've received college credit. And you can send those to us either electronically or through the US mail. We prefer that they be sent electronically. We get them more quickly, and there's less chance that they get lost if they get sent electronically. But if for some reason the institution where you went does not have an electronic process to send transcripts, feel free to send them through the US Postal Service. That is not a problem. The other thing that we have is a $40 application fee. However, for webinar attendees like you all, as a thank you, we waive that application fee. So if you have not applied yet, when you do apply, you will have the fee waived. If you have already paid the fee, please email me after this webinar and I can refund your fee. So some deadlines that are important for you to know. We are currently accepting applications for the spring term, which starts in January. That application is still open. It is open until January 1. So you have plenty of time to go ahead and get that in. However, if you apply, get admitted, and register for classes by December 1st, you will receive the $200 early enrollment scholarship. The next term that we are registering for, or we're taking applications for, I'm sorry, is the summer term. That application deadline is May 1. You do not have to wait till the deadline. We read applications on a rolling basis, which means as soon as they are completed, we will go ahead and get you an admissions decision. So if you get admitted and register for classes by April 25th, you will get the early enrollment scholarship. And then if you're interested in coming in the fall, that application deadline is August 1, but like I said, you can get it in now and we will review it. And if you register for classes by June 1, then you will receive the $200 early enrollment scholarship. So there's no reason to wait. It's just $200. It's easy for you to get. It helps you register early. And it's a nice little incentive for you to get a little bit of financial help your first semester. So that's really the nuts and bolts of our webinar. My contact information is on the screen. It is sgold@tulane.edu. Please feel free to email me. Do not call me. I know there's a phone number on that screen. I am never in front of my phone, but I am always in front of my email. So please email me and I am happy to answer any questions that you have. I saw some questions in the chat, but I think they've mostly been answered. If I'll wait just a second or two to see if anything new comes up. The application fee we will refund. Let's see. Louise, I can send you some more information after this about transfer credits. And it looks like the other questions were answered. Oh, wait, there might be one new question. Let's see. All right. Well, it does look like our questions have been answered. So I want to thank everybody. Like I said, if you have any questions after this, thank you so much for attending, and email me sgold@tulane.edu. And I certainly hope to see your applications very soon and welcome you to SoPA as a student. So thank you, everyone. Have a great rest of your nights. And we hope to welcome you soon to Tulane.